I'm reminded of the quote by Martin Luther King, who said, "The moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice."
I was in kindergarten, and I knew immediately what my life would probably be like.
I would actually lay in bed at night and sometimes cry myself to sleep because I was wondering why God made me this way.
I was bullied the entire time that I was in middle school. At one point, I had lost all my friends.
One of my biggest regrets of that time is that I didn't ask for any help at all. I just sucked it up and kept going.
When I came out to my parents, my mom asked me if I wanted to see a doctor to help me. My dad refused to speak to me for the next 9 months.
I was planning to drive my car into a stone wall. I mean, I had the wall picked out and was thinking about, like, how fast do you have to go to really not survive?
It started to get better in college. Being myself 100% of the time, I found out who I really was. My scholastics got better, I did better.
It began to be clear to me that it would be possible to bring it all together and to actually live the life that I hoped to live.
When I made the decision to move here, I still hadn't fully determined to come out.
I had heard that the financial services industry was a difficult industry for people who were gay.
When I started in 1974, the idea of diversity didn't exist. There was no ability to talk about sexual orientation.
I was not very open about my sexuality because I didn't know what implications that would have, how people would absorb it, how people would treat me.
You learn pretty quickly that the path of least resistance is going to be to fit in.
My manager informed me that I should not let anyone know that I was gay. It would most likely affect my career.
I had people who asked me, how was your weekend? I was guarded in my responses.
You're having a conversation with somebody and you say, well, my roommate, and it's like smoke is coming out of your ears because your brain is working overtime.
Let's call it what it is. I would lie.
There's just always this wall between you and the people around you.
It's a real distraction to worry about a story, to worry about playing a pronoun game, to worry about slipping in conversation with someone.
If you're going to change and do things differently, it has to come from the top. And since I'm fortunate enough to be in that position, I'm going to lead it.
I never thought we would be at this point.
My very first feelings about AllianceBernstein were that it was a highly inclusive organization, and those feelings have proven to be absolutely right, valid, true.
I would absolutely describe AllianceBernstein as a great environment to work.
I love my department. I love my department. I love my people. And not only do they give you a voice, they listen to the voice and they say, you matter.
If you also say to yourself, I want to hire the best and the brightest in the world, restricting that population from which you actually hire people doesn't seem to make any sense. It's just not logical.
It works both ways. I care about the company cares about me.
It's a different world, and so it really is making people want to come and want to stay and also learn different perspectives.
If you can get the match between your skill set, your interests, and your employment, then you're going to be great. And if you're great, I hope most organizations, and certainly this one, is going to value you enormously.
Being gay is just one aspect of who I am. I'm also French, I'm also a modern art enthusiast, a film lover. It just makes me feel great to be in an environment where people are realizing that it's just not an issue.
Just hang in there, because you can't believe how much better it gets.
Whatever you are going through, somebody else is going through the same thing, and you may not know how to reach out to somebody or to find out, but at least know in your heart that there are other people out there who are going through the same thing.
All of us have moments of great sadness, great despondency, sometimes despair, and that the only solution to that is to talk to others and find out that you are indeed not alone.
Be yourself. Be strong, hold your head up, and be who you are, because hiding it is not worth it for anything.
Take a risk. Don't be afraid to be open. You're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for everybody that's going to come after you.
We don't have you to waste. There's a place for you in the future. That place will be empty if you're not there. There could be hundreds of lives that you could touch, that you won't touch. Hundreds of people that you could love and that could love you back.
My partner and I, we've been together for 17 years. We have 3 kids. We've got a dog. We've even got a picket fence in the backyard. And it just keeps getting better.